Why Hanumanji is the perfect archetype or model. This is Valmiki's own creation in Ramayana. We even said that it could very well be his own life story. That anybody with the slightest mind that is working can aspire to mastering the mind and eventually get to Hanuman status. In Hindu Vedanta mythology, we have several instances of mixture of human and animal archetypes, notable being Narasimha, Ganesha, and Hanumanji. The rishis have said if Hanuman is the archetype, understand that you have created your karma. That is why Shani is punishing you. That is prarabdha. And you will get out of it by your karma. That is Mangal. That is why he is lording over Mangal. To the second session of the Sri Hanumanji Upasana, the Mind Mastery Workshop. We will start with the chantings and then we'll take questions. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vedvisha vahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So I will do a brief recap of what we discussed last session, and then we'll take individual questions. So we started with the blueprint. I gave you a table of contents, everything that we're going to take 7 sessions and maybe even more sessions in the future to clarify. But last time was a blueprint or a table of content. We started with the origin, why Hanumanji is the perfect archetype or model. And we started with that the Vedas don't have it. And, this is Valmiki's own creation in Ramayana. We even said that it could very well be his own life story. That anybody with the slightest, mind that is working can aspire to work on mind, mastering the mind, and eventually get to Hanuman status. We even talked about the concept of Kim Purushas in the in Hindu Vedanta mythology. We have several instances of animal mixture of human and animal archetypes, notable being Narasimha, Ganesha, and Hanumanji, where the rishis have indicated to us that we are born as animals, but we can hope to grow spiritually and work on specific aspects that are covered by these animals. In the case of Narasimha, it's lion. In the case of Ganesha, it is elephant head. What does it symbolize? And in the case of Hanumanji, the monkey mind. And we also talked about the 2 archetypes. We talked about, on the one hand, we have in front of us 2 options, the Hanuman archetype and a Duryodhana archetype. Most people are unconsciously adopting the Duryodhana archetype, which, like I think Priya asked to elaborate. I will say the mantra again and I will explain. It is Janami dharmang nacha me pravriti. I know what is dharma, what is the right thing to do in many cases, but I don't feel like doing it. Janami adharmam nacha me nivriti. I know what is not the wrong thing to do. I should not do that, but I can't stop myself from doing it. Toya Hrishikesha Hridi Stitena. You're addressing Krishna. He's telling Krishna, you are sitting in my heart. That means Toya Hrishikesha Hridi Stitena Yatha Nijuktoshi Tatha Karomi. Whatever you're making me do, I'm doing. So it must be your fault. It's not my fault. I know what is right. I don't feel like doing. I know what is wrong. I insist on doing it. But still, it is God's problem. Everything that is wrong in our life is God's problem because, this is my fate. That is one archetype. The other archetype is Hanuman, where he doesn't know. Most of us don't know what our strength is until we are reminded And when we don't know what our strength is, we end up doing all kinds of rowdy activities and ruckus, like swallowing the sun, which metaphorically means swallowing the wisdom, not being able to digest it and live by that wisdom. But the beauty is, when Hanumanji was reminded, he did not argue, he did not make excuses, he did not say, but how do I know, prove it to me, show me right now, tell me how I can do it. No, he took it. Okay, somebody is telling me, and that somebody is not anybody from the road. Jambavan told him. He is the oldest son of Brahma during that time. So somebody old, meaning a guru, somebody with knowledge, experience. When somebody tells you that you're capable of something, for you to sit there and find excuses and argue would be not the Hanuman archetype. To say, okay, somebody thinks I'm capable of this. They must have thought of something, seen something in me, and asked me that you are capable of doing it. You can do it. Many Olympic trainees, their coaches come and tell them, they say, we can't. I have pushed myself. And the coach says, no, you can do it. I know you can do it. And they keep trying till they get it. So that is the Hanuman archetype, which we are trying to imbibe through these classes. And even otherwise, I encourage you to think that way, that how, if somebody sees in me something, can I live up to that ideal? It may be our parents, it may be our boss, it may be our our friends, and definitely gurus, meaning teachers from any walk of life. So that is the Hanuman archetype we are following. We are trying to follow that. Then we talked about the archetype, and then we talked about why Hanuman is this. Also, somebody asked why Hanuman's day has been dedicated or designated as Tuesday and Saturday. Very important thing to understand. Now, all the days, Monday to Sunday, these are ruled by certain planets, and these planets are archetypes themselves, and they bring a lot of symbology, and we have to weave that into the Hanuman story. Now, Mars is the planet for Tuesday, and Mars is, I have to read you, I made a list of characteristics that defines Mars as in an astrological chart. In astrology, when you show your chart to somebody and they first look at Mangal and Shani, if your Mangal and Shani are badly placed, you are going to have a tough life. And imagine the rishis have chosen those 2 days to say you have to pray to Hanuman that day. Pray to Hanuman means what? Become Hanuman, to imbibe Hanuman qualities, to take care of, to control and conquer the ill effects of Tuesday, Mangal, and the ill effects of Saturday, Shani. Now, Shani stands for our karma, which in Vedanta is called prarabdha. There are many kinds of karma. To understand that, let's first understand. First, we have many lifetimes we accumulate karma, and it's called sanchita karma. For sanchita, meaning it's a mountain, a heap of karma. Every lifetime, we pick up a small packet from that mountain of karma and say, this lifetime, I'm going to work on these karmas. That becomes your prarabdha. No matter what you do, once you incarnate on this earth, those karmas will come at you. Whether you like it or not, your only choice is to either react to them or respond to them. If you react, you create more bad karma. If you respond, you can keep cutting it. And we'll talk about how you can respond to them. So that is called prarabdha karma. Shani stands for everything that you have done bad in your or deviated from the natural divine law in past lifetimes. It will present itself as in a Shani in your horoscope. But we cannot just say, that, oh, Shani is there, now what to do? I'm lost, I cannot become Hanuman. No, that's why they said Hanuman can take care of Shani. Shani is scared of only one person, and that is Hanuman. Now, Shani, once these karmas come at us, we have a choice. You can sit and cry and say that, this is my fate, I can't do anything. Or you can invoke your Mars. Mars stands for action. It's the male planet, the typical, archetypical masculine energy. Fight for everything. I'm not going to take what comes at me. I'm going to fight through this. Now, that is a good quality and a bad quality. Good because, yes, you have to find your way out. Nobody can find you out. Bad karmas you have done, you have to clean those karmas. You have to negate those karmas. But how to do it? Hanuman archetypes helps us how we do it. Now, to understand Mars, let me just read some of the qualities astrologically what Mars stands for. Mars is a Krura planet, cruelty. Anytime you have cruelty, you experience cruelty, I mean, not experience, exhibit cruelty, Mars is acting up. Sattva, strength. I am strong, I deserve it, I am number one, I get everything, I'm the best in my community, in my family, in my company. That is Mars acting up. Bhupala, what do you do with that strength? I want what you have. I want you have. Your son I want. Your wife I want. Your husband I want. Your job I want. That is Mangal overacting. Then Sahodara, constant competition with equals, not with lower or higher, your siblings, your peers, your friends, your age group, whatever they have, you have to have. Whether it is their money, their beauty, their house, their name and fame, everything competing, that envy and jealousy, that is also a quality of Mars. Then comes Sahasa, bring it on. Every time, not knowing where to call it quits, where to say, fine, I don't want to, not my circus, not my Monty. Every time, fight for the sake of fighting. That is a Mars quality. Then comes Rana, direct fight, not using diplomacy, not using sweet words, not using, how to explain and calm down the person. That is Venus quality. Mars qualities, I will say it as it is. Rana. Vidveshan, defiance. I want to do my own thing. So what? If it doesn't suit the family, I don't care. Doesn't suit my husband and wife, doesn't care. Doesn't suit my company, I don't care. Doesn't suit my country, I don't care. My thing. That's all I care. That is Vidveshan. That is a Mars quality. Senapatya and Kartikeya lords over Mangal too. That army quality, to fight and conquer others. That desire to conquer others is a Mars quality. Then comes Chitta Samunati, arrogance, that I have to be the best, arrogance, big-headedness. Then comes Advadet, policing, telling others what is right, what is wrong, always controlling others. You shouldn't be doing this, I can do whatever I want. Using a microscope on finding faults of others and a telescope on ourselves. When our problems, we can't see anything. But others, we will find, he did this and did that and that this and did this. That policing quality, that is Mars. These are all good qualities when done in moderation. But when we cross a line, we are irritating Shani. We are putting, this is our karma. Mars represents our karma action. The minute you are born on earth, you have to engage in karma, activities, action. Even if you lie in bed and eat, you are creating karma. By breathing, you're creating karma. By thinking, you're creating karma. But the trick is what kind of karma. So that is what Hanuman tells you, that karma you have to do. You have no choice. But if you do bad karma, excessive karma, envious karma, trying to control others, trying to revenge, even when you're killing people, it need not be revenge. Like Ram has shown that when Ravana was killed finally or shot, he sends Lakshman to go and get advice from Ravana. That means he did not hate Ravana. He knew Ravana was a very, very knowledgeable person. And Lakshman, because of his arrogance, he has Mangal. He went and stood in top of Ravana's head and said, tell me what you have to tell. Ravana said, nothing, I have nothing to tell you. So he comes back and says, see, that stupid idiot doesn't want to share anything. So Ram said, is that the way you learn from somebody? Go and stand on their head and say, tell me. That shows that even when he killed his enemy with compassion. So these are Mars qualities. And when we exert our Mars qualities, Shani is waiting there to come back and teach you a lesson. So it is a dance. Mars and Shani, Mars and Shani. But once Shani comes as your karma, your prarabdha, your karma from past life, you cannot sit and cry. You have to invoke Mars and say, no, I created this. I will get out of this, but I will not make the same mistakes. I will act, but act with namrata, with what's the English word for namrata? No arrogance, with lack of arrogance, with bhakti, and with dedicating it to God. So that is why the rishis have said, if Hanuman is the archetype, understand that you have created your karma. That is why Shani is punishing you. That is prarabdha. And you will get out of it by your karma. That is Mangal. That is why he is lording over Mangal. Now, one example how Hanumanji himself When he swallowed the sun, it was uncontrolled Mars himself. He didn't know then. That is the exact kind of things you don't do and what Mars will make you do. But later, when he was reminded with how much humility he talked to people, he never that did that kind of harkat, that kind of stupid behavior after that. So Mangal and Tuesday is our ability to act, and Saturday is our karma. However you act, that's whatever you sow, that's what you're going to get. But through your mind control, you can control your actions, and you can definitely control your karma by controlling your actions. That's what the rishis wanted to tell us, that control your thought, control your actions, reduce your thoughts, dedicate those thoughts to God, so that you are not creating fresh karma where Shani is waiting to swoop in to punish you for your karmas. That's why. And also Tuesday, when he was born, he has two birthdays, Chaitra Purnima. When the sun is in Aries, Aries also is ruled by Mars. People who are Arian have a very fighting quality, they don't take things lying down. So what he's saying is we are born with certain karma. Now we have to bring, a certain mindset when we are trying to work our way through our karmas in this lifetime. You cannot come in with this senapatya, krura, that bring it on attitude. No, you have to use humility. You have to use diplomacy. You have to use good language. You have to use dedication. This enjoyership, doership, I did it, so I deserve it. That attitude is Mars, has to be tamed to not irritate Shani. So that is the importance why they chose Tuesday and Saturday. Your activities create your karma, but once your karma is created, you alone can negate it. Nobody can do it for you. And how do you negate it? Bringing on Hanuman mindset, Hanuman way of thinking, which we will learn as we go along. The 12 names will tell us what to do. So that was, and something else somebody else wanted to understand, I had asked. Let me see. One was the Duryodhana archetype. One was the Tuesday and a Saturday. And I'm wondering if there's anything else that.
No, I think I asked you earlier that those, the thoughts, right? Quantity of decreasing the quantity of thoughts and better quality of thoughts, but
Yes.
that will give you good karmas for future, right? But what about the past karmas?
Okay. Very good question. Like I said, prarabdha is the result of what you have sowed in the past. There is no getting around prarabdha. Whatever you have done and you have come down with that packet, you signed up and you've landed on earth with that prarabdha, nothing can take away that, but you can minimize it and make it less effective. It's just like if there is a prediction for a storm outside, no puja will take the storm away. What the puja will do is tell you, take a umbrella, wear a raincoat, don't go out. That's what the message is. But if you react to that karma, like somebody hit me, somebody was mean to me, somebody cheated me, somebody humiliated me, I will do the same. Then you are activating Mars. You are not activating Hanuman in Mars. So it will go on, ping pong, lifetime after lifetime it will go on. Or you can do what Hanuman did. And the only way to negate karma is more karma, because there's no other way. Only way to negate. You can't just sit in one corner. Even if you sit in one corner and do Rama 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 Japa, that is karma. You lie down and, coma patient is also committing karma. You may not see it, the thought process or whatever it is. So now we have to bring our attention to how to modify and control our karma through our thought process. This is today's talk. Hanuman archetype tells you, because I will go through it. Hanuman, do you see anywhere lazily sitting in one corner and just doing Ram Ram Ram? Always, all his stories are some action or the other, saving somebody, picking up somebody, taking one person from here to there to here, building a bridge. He's never sitting anywhere. And that is the secret to controlling Tuesday and Saturday, karma and action. So karma is the cause of your problem, and karma is the solution to your problem. But what kind of karma, with what mindset you do the karmas? I am doing this. I am the doer. Because I have done this, I deserve this. I'm entitled to this will create more bad karma. I am doing this because the Almighty, that energy, the supreme consciousness has deigned it necessary that I should do this. Let thy will be done. Not will be done. Thy will is being done. The day you understand that, your karma starts getting negated. So that comes by dedicating yourself, devoting yourself to Ram. So that brings us to today's uh, the Dwadasanam. So before I move on to the Dwadasanam, I have to understand, I want to talk about something. In Hanuman Chalisa itself, in the first Chopai, they talk about it. But Vedanta in general, Hindu philosophy, Vedanta philosophy says that life, we have four major goals in life: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. If you want to bring Vedanta into four things only, these are the four things. All the stories, all the Upanishads, all the Puranas tell you these four things: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Now, Dharma is the right thing to do. What is the right thing to do at any given moment? For that, what do you need? We need buddhi. Buddhi is our intellect, our discriminatory capacity. What is the right thing to do? What is right for me may not be right for you. What is right for a woman may not be right for a man. What is right for a soldier may not be right for a politician, and so on and so forth. But that everybody has to employ their intellect, their buddhi. Artha has two meanings. Artha means meaning and Artha means wealth. For Artha, what do we need? We need Vidya, knowledge. To create anything, you need knowledge. To understand anything, you need knowledge. So we have Buddhi, Vidya. Then Kama is desires. What do you need? You need strength. Because if you don't have any bodily strength and mental strength, you can have all the wealth in the world and you can't do anything. So you need strength, physical and emotional strength. And then comes moksha. Moksha is liberation. Liberation from this concept of limited body and mind, liberation from our mind that is tormenting us. For that, we need jnana. There is two kinds of knowledge. One is vidya, one is jnana. Vidya is ordinary knowledge, how to live in this 3D world, three-dimensional world of matter and physics, classical physics. Jnana is spiritual knowledge, yourself. Who are you? Go hum. Who am I? I'm a spiritual being. That is jnana, that will give you moksha. And in Hanuman Chalisa, the first chopai, they say, what is that? Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nija Manu Mukuru Sudhari Baranau Raghubara Bimala Jasu Jo Dayaka Phalachari. So this Hanuman archetype we are going to use to somehow get these work towards these four goals: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. What do you need? Buddhi, Vidya, Bala, Jnana. That is what we are asking. Bala, Buddhi, Vidya, Jnana. Give us Bala, Buddhi, Vidya, Jnana to do these things. Why else? What else will we do with Bala, Buddhi, Vidya, Jnana other than know how to practice Dharma, know how to earn and understand the meaning of life, know how to fulfill our desires, and ultimately moksha, to get liberation. To get to these four goals, Vedanta has prescribed yoga. Yoga is not just asanas. Yoga means yug. Unite what? Unite body to mind, our lower self to higher self. And yoga employs three things: asanas, pranayam, and dhyana. Uses the body for asanas, pranayam for your mind control, and dhyana for your intellect control. Through yoga, there are three types of yoga that our entire Vedanta talks about: karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. Like I told you in the beginning, you have no choice over karma yoga. If you are born, you have to do karma yoga. You can do it right or you can do it wrong, but karma yoga you have to do. You have no choice. You do have a choice though, whether you want to include bhakti yoga with it or jnana yoga or both of them. And Hanumanji, like we talked in the Chiranjeevi thing last time, he has all three. He does karma, he has bhakti, and he has jnana. So our goal is that we have to work, somehow we have to cultivate bhakti, devotion to a higher cause, and jnana, ultimate knowledge that will get us out of this limited body and mind. So then karma yoga, to tell you a little bit of simplified, means if you don't bring bhakti and jnana into it, it's like you're a little boat in the ocean and you're going up and down and the waves are coming and you're falling down and you're getting up and your whole thing is, oh, I'm this little boat. How will I cross? I alone have to cross this ocean in this little boat. That is karma. Then you suddenly realize, no, actually I am connected to the mothership. I can't see it. There's a big, strong, a long line connecting this little buggy boat to the mothership. So I'm not alone. There is a big ship there. If something happens, they can swoop in and save me. That is bhakti yoga. Then after you continue with the bhakti yoga and incorporate jnana yoga into it, you come and say, I'm not connected to the mothership. I am the mothership. I'm just part of the mothership. So that is jnana yoga. We have to bring from just karma, we have to go to bhakti first, connect with a higher power, and then realize we are that higher power. But we can't just go from the little buggy and little raft in the ocean to becoming the mothership. There is bhakti in between. So this is the three yogas that we have to incorporate to get to these, to fulfill this dharma, artha, kama, moksha. We have three ways. Either only karma won't get us anywhere. Karma and bhakti will get us somewhere. Karma, bhakti, jnana will get us all the way there. So given that we have to do karma, Hanuman is the perfect archetype because Hanuman, Han is to destroy, annihilate. Man is our ego, and this we must understand. Ego is not just pride. This is a very poor translation in English. Ego is ahankar, aham akar, the form of me. I am different from the unity consciousness. I am here, the rest of the world is there. Aham vritti, idam vritti. That, if you do not dissolve that, it's going to be very difficult to for moksha. The other three you may get, which is dharma, artha, kama. Moksha, you have to get rid of ahankar, that I am different from that, universal unity. So, but ego has a also very important role to play. Ego, why human life is so precious? Because ego allows us to, we are aware of being aware. Animals are not aware of their choices. Plants are not aware of their choices. They can't choose, should I do karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, should I go for moksha or dharma? They don't have any choice. We have a choice, and ego gives us that choice, that ahankar gives us the choice. So we have to understand that to go from Hanuman to this 12 names, today we will discuss some of them. It starts with Hanuman and ends with Dasa Grivasa Darpaha. Dasa Griva. Dasa is 10. Griva is neck. That means the neck supporting the head. Darpaha, the destruction of that, meaning the Ravana archetype has to be destroyed. If you want moksha, you have to start with Hanuman, end with destroying Ravana, the ahankar. You start with controlling ahankar, you finish with destroying ahankar. In between, there are 10. That formula has 10 other things that we have to slowly understand. So we also, I want to bring in another thing. We are made up of 5 elements. I have told this time and again. We have earth, we have water, fire, air, and space. We also have 3 qualities of mind, which you have to understand. I'll introduce you to some. It may be familiar, to others it may not be. Think about it and come back and we'll discuss it, or we'll discuss it now if you have any questions. There are 3 qualities we have, qualities of mind: tamas, rajas, and sattva. Tamas is the densest quality, which is inertia and ignorance. Rajas is activity and it is arrogance. Sattva is very subtle and it's clarity. And everybody, each of us is a unique product of the permutation and combination of these 5 elements and 3 gunas. It determines our unique personality. And that is called swadharma, to find out what is that unique personality. How much of earth, how much of water, how much of air, how much of space, how much of tamas, how much of rajas do I have within me, and then work towards it. So what happens is, when you are operating, when you have a heavy load of tamas energy, when your mind is tamasic, you are operating from body consciousness. You are mostly in the instinctual, animalistic, because animals have body and that's all they have. Tamas and a little bit of rajas. So is the earth element. And then if you have a rajasic mind, fire personality. Many of you have talked about fire, activity. I will change the world. I will not take anything, bad behavior from that. Activity is the rajasic mind, which is our, which correlates to sun. Because look at the sun, the color of the sun. When sun comes out, we want to act. Activity, we can't be lazy, whereas we can be lazy at night. Then sattva quality is our intellect. The first one, tamas, relates to our body. and it's ignorance. Second one relates to Rajasic, relates to our mind, and it is sun, the sun in us, the sun quality in us. And then the Sattva relates to our intellect. It's the moon quality, the calmness. When we can bring calmness and understand something, very subtle concept you can understand, it's called Sattva. So these three concepts also you have to bring to mind, because Hanumanji has perfect control over this. Now, the ignorance. Our whole problem starts with, because we talked about the 5 kleshas. Yes, I want to elaborate on the 11th avatar of Rudra. I don't think many of you understood that last time. Why Hanumanji is called the 11th avatar of Rudra avatar? Because the story is that Ravana was a great bhakta, devotee of Shivji, and he gave one head to each of the avatars of Shivji. So 10 heads were gone, and still he was alive though. What was alive? That ahankar. And why was he alive? He kept saying, I'm giving you head number 1. I'm giving you head number 2. I'm giving you head number 7, 8, 9, 10. But what was alive? I am giving, I am doing, I am doing. That is the Rajasic quality. Do you see that in yourself ever? I have donated. It is my idea. It's my house. Oh, I did this the first time. Oh, this is me. My state and my religion does this. That I. You may be doing things for people, donating to others, helping others, but the I is always there. So for that, Rudra avatar comes, and the 11th one, there is no more head, but that the concept of I am doing everything. And it looks like you have conquered your ego because you have given your head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but the I is still intact. I am doing the, I cooked and helped my friend. I bought an expensive gift for my friend. I donated $4,000 to the food bank. I did this, and it's my idea, and everybody's copying me. That we have to get rid of. That is the Rajasic. It's not ignorance, it's arrogance. That's why Hanumanji's archetype is to get rid of that I, the 11th avatar. There's no more head. It is just this concept of I am doing. You're doing all good things, but who is doing it? I am doing it. Have to understand, reflect, introspect. Who is that I that's saying, I am doing this, I am doing this, I am so good, I know more than you, I did the right thing, you did the wrong thing, I. We use this finger, pointing out to everybody what they did wrong and what we did right. And always finding excuses for us, but no excuses for others. That I, to get rid of it, Hanuman avatar was brought or created by the rishis to say, no more heads to give. Go inside and find that I. And conquer that. So that is the 11th avatar. Okay. So then we have to go from, another concept also I want to introduce today is we are seekers. Each of us are here seekers. We are not the ignorant level anymore. We are not living at our body consciousness. Each of us are heavy into Rajasic. We are doing good things, but our ego is very intact, very powerful egos we have. We know we are right, others are wrong. Most of the time, we know we are doing good things. We have good clothes, we have good taste, we have good ideas, we have good, this thing, my religion, my country, my democracy, this thing is better, yours is bad, yours is bad, yours is bad. That is what Hanuman, we have to work on. And these 4 seekers, first one is called Artha. Desperate, somebody, a homeless person, I don't have food, I don't have medicine, Hanumanji, help me. We are not at that stage. Second is Artharthi, transaction. Hanumanji, let me get that job now. I'll read 108 times Hanuman Chalisa. Hanumanji, my son should get that, no? I will give you Vadamala, 20,000 Vadamalas I'll give you. Hanumanji, can I have this? No? I will give you that. That transaction with Hanumanji. Hanumanji is out there, I'm here, and I'm making a deal with Hanumanji. It will work too, but only to a certain extent. Then we are now at Jigyasu. We want to know, what is this Hanumanji? Who is that Hanumanji? Maybe I can become him. I don't have to ask him anymore. Maybe I can do it myself. That is the Jigyasu. Give me the formula. I can do it. I don't have to go to the Hanumanji anymore. But even when the formula is given to you, the path is shown, you still have to walk the path. We know what Hanumanji, but how many of us can do it? That is Jnani. That is, you have become Hanumanji. And our effort is that. Now, I am not promising any of you will become Hanumanji in this lifetime, but the effort is there. So then from Jigyasu, we are all Jigyasu, wanting to know how to get out of this transactional thing. For that, To go to Jnani, we have to do karma. Hanumanji is the epitome of action. And today, if we get to the names, we will discuss it, or next class, you will see how beautifully this mantra has been told in short. And this is a cheat sheet. When you have a problem in life, you just go through the Dwadasa Nam and say, check, 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 and you are in good shape. So that's what I want to explain to you. We have to go, these 12 names are bookended by Hanuman and Dasagrivasa. You have to start with the goal is, hypothesis, goal is my man, my ahankar, my individual consciousness, individuation has to be controlled. Only then can I hope to destroy Ravan. Otherwise, forget it. Those in between, and in between the 10 names are telling you how you will go from Hanuman to Dasagrivasa Darpaha. So the first one is Hanuman, which is we have to bring awareness to doership and enjoyership. Every time you say, I am doing this, my idea, I did this, my house, my choice is better, my car is better than yours, you should have done that. Why did you do this? This my, I and me. And all the mantras have what? Swaha, Namaha. Swa, me, I am giving to the collective. Namaha, na, mama and aham. Mama and aham is me and mine. Na, you have to reject me and mine, me and mine. Can you go one day without saying, I did this, it was my idea, I deserve this, I work so much, you didn't give me what I deserved. Did you give me credit? I don't want the money, but did you give me credit? Or I want the money, I did this, I'm entitled to this, I did this. Not understanding somebody is making us do it. And that will go much later. But that doership and enjoyership, bring attention. When you're working with Hanuman archetype, that word Hanuman, bring attention to, where am I claiming doership? I've done this. And enjoyership. Because I did this, I have to enjoy this. Or I will suffer this. Not understanding that there is a bigger, we are only puppets. We are being pulled somewhere else. But here the puppets are beginning to think they're doing the dance themselves. So that is the Hanuman archetype. And this one, the antidote to the Hanuman archetype, they have given us three things. One is tapas, next is swadhyaya, third is Ishvara pranidhan. Tapas, that is why in our culture, in our religious tradition, we have vrat. Vrat means to invoke and exercise your brahmacharya. Remember last time we talked about brahmacharya, controlling your senses. When you do a vrat, you control how much you eat, how much you sleep, what you say, what you do, what you wear, everything is controlled. No wonder you start manifesting things. And we think somebody in the Akash gave it to us. The minute you control your senses, things will start manifesting in your life. That vrata combined with faith in, I'm connected to the mothership. So that is why first one is called tapas, bringing in the fire element, the action. Fire signifies action. And we can do that, control that by vrat. Anytime you feel out of control, make a vrat. I'm not going to eat this, I'm going to sleep this, I won't go here, I won't do this. Something that will pinch you, remind you, I'm under vrat. I am losing control over my senses. I have to bring control. My mind is overthinking, my mouth is overthinking, my ears, my body, everything is out of balance. Being vrat. Second one is swadhyaya. You have, which is what you have. Every time you have to do swadhyaya, introspection and reflection. Nobody can tell you where you are going off limits. You alone know where you're going off limits. And you will know because there is anxiety, depression, fear, anger, frustration. You know you're off the rails. So you have to say, stop, swadhyaya karna padega. What is it? Let me first bring in vrat. That's the first thing they've taught me. I have to control my senses. Am I watching the wrong things? Am I listening to wrong gossip? Am I eating too much? Am I pleasing my body too much? Vrat. Then swadhyaya, then Ishvara pranidhan, because to do that at the first stage, until we have become Hanuman, we have to still call in the universal force. So whoever is your personal deity, it could be Hanuman, it could be Krishna, Ram, Jesus, Allah, call in and say, I need help, universe. And in these words, no fancy words. If you don't know any mantra, dude, I need help up there. Hello. You can just talk to the universe like that. I need help. Can you please help me? You said you're going to be there for me. I don't see any help. You do it and you watch. So that is the Hanuman archetype. And the antidote is what? We do tapas, vrat. Anytime your life feels out of control, please start a vrat. You figure out where that vrat is, but it must pinch you. It can't be easy. Second, introspect. Stop meeting, going out to parties, stop watching TV, stop watching too much time on the phone, and just stop and say, either you close your eyes and do meditation, or you do maun vrat, no talking. I will go inside. No outside expression, inside. I gotta go inside. That is called swadhyaya. And then Ishwar Pranidhan, going inside, calling in the big guns and say, you up there, I need help. That is, Then comes Anjani Sunu. Anjani is the mother. Now, Hanumanji, if you know the story, how much time we have? Okay, 15 more minutes. Today we'll just do one or two names, and then we'll do the practice of this mantra, and we will continue next time to explain. After Ramji, Hanumanji was the most devoted to Anjani, his mother. And there is in the story, Valmiki Ramayana, or any story of Ramayana, they say, if you invoke Hanumanji by his mother's name, there is nothing he will not do for you. That's why in his Gayatri mantra, they mention Anjaneyaya Vidmahe, first Anjaneyaya. Because once you are born in this earth, your spirit, Atma, whatever you may call, you have a body. If you don't take care of this body, you cannot do anything, attain anything. Neither can you do dharma, nor can you have artha, nor can you fulfill your kama. Forget about moksha. So your body is your temple. And you have to understand, we have a 5-layer sheath body. Annamaya kosha, the body that is sustained by food. Pranamaya kosha, the body that is sustained by breath. Manomaya kosha, the body that is sustained by our emotions. Vijnanamaya kosha, the body that is sustained by our thoughts. And Anandamaya kosha, the body that is sustained by our connection to divinity. We have to start with our Annamaya kosha. If you don't eat tomorrow, you're dead. You cannot. 3 days you go on a fast, you'll start eating your family. That's how cannibalism starts. So the Annamaya kosha, bring attention to. When things are going wrong in your life, first bring attention to your body. Am I eating right? Am I sleeping right? Because the kind of food you eat will determine, and we will go more into that some other time. I don't know if we'll have in this workshop enough time. Ayurveda says that if you eat the right food, you will have no disease. If you eat the wrong food, you won't need any medicine. If you eat the wrong food, no medicine can fix you. So for your particular type, there are certain things you can eat, certain things you can't eat. If you are in the military, you have to eat meat. If you are a student studying, you don't have to. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but if you are doing spiritual studies and you continue to have non-vegetarian food, the non-vegetarian food, that animals' thought process, fear, anger, frustration, anxiety, pain before it dies transfers to you, and it becomes a block for you to go higher up. It's not good or bad. If you are into making money, you don't need that kind of food. So what profession are you in? What is your dharma? You will have to figure out what food to eat, how much to eat. If you're a 12-year-old, how much food you eat. If you're a 48-year-old, how much food you should eat. So bringing attention to, any time you want to master your mind, if you have not mastered your body, forget it. That's why Hanumanji had a perfect body, because in yoga, body is an extension of the mind. So your food patterns, your sleep patterns, you have to bring attention to. And you have to ask yourself, have I fulfilled my basic material and physical needs? Because if you have not fulfilled that, you cannot think about going on to the higher realms of controlling mind, intellect, ego, ahankar. Forget it. To tell a homeless, if you eat too much food, you're going to get diabetes. Don't eat, just fast. He's not going to be able to do it. You have eaten so much that the law of diminishing return is working for you. 45 ice creams later, 46th ice cream we don't want. But a child who has never had ice cream, we cannot say ice cream is very bad. It will cause diabetes. Don't eat ice cream. We can't talk like that. So Anjani Sunyu is, have you fulfilled your physical needs? Have you fulfilled your material needs? If you have, there is no end to it. So you have to decide, that's what I want, and I have to move on. There are so many examples are given here. So Anjani Sunyu is Annamaya Kosha. Bring attention to your Annamaya Kosha. In the Vrat, first control your food. That is the first, only then you will have access to your prana. So Annamaya Kosha and physical and material needs. You have to bring attention to that. Mind mastery starts with body. And that is why in yoga, they have asanas. Asanas are not end result by themselves. Asanas are to control your body so that you can control your mind. So you have to, today, I think that's all we will do. Hanuman, and the second one is Anjana Sunyo. And now let us practice this Dwadasa Nam for, maybe 3 or 4 times, so that you become familiar. When I talk about it in the next session, it'll, the pieces will start connecting and making sense. So your audios can be off, but repeat after me these 12 names, and we will become familiar of these 12 names, because this is your cheat sheet. When you are having trouble, you will go down and say, where am I? Hanuman, is my ahankar out of control? Am I looking after my body? Then what? Then what? Then what? Then you can get mind mastery. Even if you don't understand it, this will do miracles even if you say it. But if you understand it, I cannot even begin to tell you what kind of powers you'll start bringing to yourself. Shani Sunu, Vayu Putra Mahabala, Rameshta Phalguna Sakha, Pingaksha Amita Vikrama, Udhadhi Kramanaschaiva, Sita Soka Vinasaka, Lakshmana Pranadata, Dasa Grivascha Darpaha. Hanuman means one who has conquered his ego. He knows that he is Ram. When Ram asked him, who are you? He says, body, I'm your servant. Mind, I'm your messenger. In my soul, I'm you. So Hanuman is one who has conquered his ego. Anjani Sunu, one who is the beloved of Devi Anjani, meaning we are a mother's love our love for our body, for our material body. Everything we can say, but when it comes time for the body to drop in a death, we have so much trouble letting go of it. We are most attached to our body. So that is Anjani Sunu, one who is the beloved of Devi Anjani, this material body. Vayu Putra, one who is the son of the wind god. Now this talks about prana. We talked about it, but in the next session we will elaborate. Mahabala, one who possesses great strength, because like we said, if you don't have strength, you cannot go after your desires, kama, artha, you cannot make wealth or understand anything, and certainly no hope of moksha. Rama Ishta, Rameshta, one who is the devoted to Lord Ram. Ishta is Lord. Ram is his Lord. He has declared that Ram is my Lord, meaning I am connected to my higher self. Rameshta. Phalguna Sakha, one who is the friend of Arjuna. Think about it. Why? Of all the people, Hanuman is from Ramayana, Arjuna is from Mahabharata. Of all people, the rishis decided to call him Phalguna Sakha. Beautiful meaning behind it. We'll get to it. Phalguna Sakha, one who is the friend of Arjuna. Pingaksha, one who has yellowish red eyes. What a thing to say, yellowish red eyes. Who has yellowish red eyes? But apparently he does, and it has very deep significance. Amita Vikrama, one whose valor is boundless, unmeasurable. You can do, one who can do, accomplish unthinkable, boundless activities or stunts. Udhadhi Kramanaschaiva, one who crossed the ocean. From the tip of India, he went to Lanka, he had to cross that ocean, Indian Ocean, and that has significance. So what's the big deal? The big deal is, we'll figure out next time. Udhadhi Kramanaschaiva, one who crossed the ocean. And what did he do after crossing the ocean? Sita Soka Vinasaka, one who removed the sorrow of Sita. Who is Sita? How did he remove her sorrow? That also we'll find out. Lakshmana Pranadata, one who is the giver of the life of Lakshmana. Then what does Lakshmana stand for? So many times I've said, our awareness, how he revived that awareness. Dasa Girvasya Darpaha, one who destroyed the pride of the 10-headed demon Ravan. So let's do it a few more times. Hanumana Anjani Sunu Vayu Putra Mahabala Rameshta Phalguna Sakha Pingaksha Amita Vikrama Udhadhi Kramanaschaiva Sita Soka Vinasaka Lakshmana Pranadata Dasa Grivasya Darpaha. One more time. Hanumana Anjani Sunu Vayu Putra Mahabala Rameshta Phalguna Sakha Pingaksha Amita Vikrama Udhadhi Kramanaschaiva Sita Soka Vinasaka Lakshmana Pranadata Dasa Grivasya Darpaha. You remember these words Remember the meaning. So when I talk to it, you can have a mental image what we are trying to connect. And that is your task for today. And one of the siddhis that you will practice until next week is called, let me see what it is. It is Mahima. Okay, so we practice Anima. And maybe some of you want to talk about your experiences. That will be wonderful to inspire others. How to do the least. This in English, it's called pressy, to take a lot of things and make it small. How to express yourself with least words, least action, least money, least everything. Today, we are going to do exactly opposite. Mahima, expand, but not with words, not with words, but not repetition. We cannot, if something can be explained in one word, we will still explain in one word. But the example given was to me is like Vivekananda. When he went to the Conference of Parliament of World Religion, he was asked, first of all, he was not given a chance to speak. He somehow convinced them to give him a few minutes. And, very derisively, they told him, okay, in one word, you explain Hinduism. As if Hinduism, any religion can be explained in one word. He said, unity. Everybody was stunned. He said, unity. You want to know what unity means? Next 7 days for 10 hours, they listened to him. That one concept of unity, he took and he expanded Atma, Dharma, Karma, Yoga, what not. There was no end. But he did not waste words. He did not use the same words second or third time. And that is what Valmiki had made a contract with Ganesha, that will you please write, because the words are coming, downloading, I can't write. And Ganesha also made a contract with him. You will not repeat one word. So you cannot repeat the word. So you have to think twice whether you say the word. That is the mental sharpness and mastery we are looking for. We can expand ideas, but not repeating ourselves. How to take one concept that somebody is not understanding and say it 20 different ways, but not using the same word and same example. Then you're not expanding. That means you're repeating. Expansion is not repetition. So this week, please practice Mahima, in whichever area. One baingan, how many times I can cook it? Not making 100 times the same baingan bharta. But different curries. Can I make baingan different? 3 clothes I have. 1 black pant, white shirt, and red scarf. How many different ways can I make that? Every time I should look different. I can't be wearing the same white shirt, black pant, and red thing and come out. But taking that, or 7 outfits, can I make it 75 outfits? Everyone, see you next Monday. Feel free to post your questions. If you have anything, we will be indebted to Ragini for downloading the link, and you can watch it. And after she downloads the second one, she'll take off the first one. Just to keep things in perspective, we can always go back and listen to it. Don't worry about it. Just focus on what is in front of you. When you go to a buffet, what do you feel like eating? Not all the things you did not eat. What did you want to eat? Eat that and be happy and come back.